Hey, hello there folks. It turns out that I, RJB, here for RJB TV, actually am in the possession of two sets played between Burgersasu and Brain. Let's dive right into the game and have a look at what we are gonna be spectating today. We've got Burgersasu here on the teal Protoss and Brain on the name Buggle here on the orange Terran on the other side of the map. This is something I didn't know I owned, but it turns out that I had it in my replay folders all along for at least a year, because this is from 2021. Brain against Burgersasu, Terran against Protoss. The best matchup of all, the hypest, the most beautiful, the most fair and equal. The Burgersasu, we all know, he's a pretty damn good player. Brain, we all know, he's arguably the best, fastest player of all time. Burgersasu, though, is pretty close to being among some of the best players of all time. At least for 1 versus 1, you could argue Brain and Burgersasu are both in the top 5. Whether Burgersasu is still in the top 5, I am honestly not too sure, because something that plagues a lot of StarCraft players is carpal tunnel syndrome, where the neural pathway in your wrist for your nerves, or your nerves in your wrist, there's a lot of compression, and the compression pushes down onto the nerves, and it hurts a lot. And a lot of players of a lot of games, StarCraft, League of Legends, shooter games maybe even as well, there's a lot of gamers suffer from carpal tunnel syndrome, and it's painful. And I know that Burgersasu has pretty bad carpal tunnel syndrome, and Brain, I think, has a milder form of carpal tunnel syndrome. He manages to keep his wrists pain-free a little bit better than Burgersasu, or so I have heard. But yeah, Burgersasu has lost a lot of speed in his play, and I'd say even some accuracy with his mouse ever since he got carpal tunnel. And I think 2021 is about the year that Burgersasu started to face problems with his carpal tunnel, and I do think it affected his gameplay quite a bit. In the past, he used to easily play at 400 APM and micro like arguably one of the very best players in history of StarCraft. But since the carpal tunnel, it is noticeable he's a little bit slower, he's not as accurate, and sometimes he just plays uncharacteristically weird. So let's hope that in this game, Burgersasu is not facing the pain and the challenges that carpal tunnel pose, that he's actually able to put up an amazing fight against Brain, because that would be the most insane thing to watch this week. Brain against Burgersasu. So back to the match itself. We've been talking about carpal tunnel for about 3 minutes now, and while carpal tunnel is an important topic in the gaming world of today, it is kind of ignored a lot. A lot of people don't really treat their wrists too well. What we are here for is actually this match. Brain went for triple barracks into double command center, added on to the first one, so a triple command center, triple barracks, and now he's going for double gas into progressing his technology, whereas Burgersasu Nexus first, Force second, Pilot in the front, Gateway in the back, Cannon in the front, double gas in the back. Well, actually, it's now a triple gas, so he's getting gas pretty damn fast, and he's getting a one robo in the front, a Citadel in the back, and also a Templar's Archive, so I might go for a cheesy Dark Templar move, or maybe just going straight into High Templars. Those are basically the two options when you see a very fast Templar's Archive. High Templar with Templar Storm, or Dark Templars. And I do know that Burgersasu in particularly likes Dark Templars. Sometimes they get results, but most of the times with these very high level players, Dark Templars don't really do too much. Most of the times, they don't really do too much. And Brain has got double scan on the way, Engineering Bay Derrick at home, Factory on the way as well, and he's probably going to build a turret here in the front. So there's a very small chance that Dark Templars are ever going to do anything whatsoever at all at any point in time in this game at least. And he's got 2 Dark Temples on the way. Storm now also being researched. Shuttle there in the front finishes up. He's getting a High Templar as well. Shuttle speed. Whereas Brain is getting Stim and level 1 attack for Marines. Factory finished up, getting Machine Shop, and getting a second factory. So we're not going to be seeing a Wraith defense. Because if you wanted to go for a Wraith defense, we'd see a starport coming out right now. But it is a factory instead. So he's going to rely on Marine movement to intercept the shuttle. Shuttle does escape. Dark Temples are getting some use in. They're zoning. Oh no, he was a little bit too greedy trying to pick up something with the shuttle, and the shuttle goes down. The Marines in turn also go down there though, but Brain gets himself a small little advantage over Burgersasu by killing the first shuttle and slowing down the very first shuttle drop attack. Although I think it was only just Dark Templars. Maybe the shuttle was empty. Maybe the shuttle was already empty. Shuttle number 2 there in the front. High Templars being produced. He's getting a Stargate as well for Corsairs, because you do need Corsairs to help those shuttles survive the turrets on the side. It also forces the Terran to target fire on the shuttles instead of just attack moving in the general vicinity that the shuttles are moving through. 2 armors are on the way for Brain. 2 Starboards also on the way, so probably might switch over into raids after the double factory. Don't see it very often, the double factory and the double starport build order. But it is viable. It's viable. Highly viable. I'd go for a triple starport. Drop there on the way from Brain. Burgersasu, my apologies. Burgersasu coming in from the right side, flies over the turrets. Marines are responding, ready to target fire. Kills the Templar with a target fire, but Templar number 2 arrives on the scene. Templar number 2 gets to storm off, and he kills a bunch of SCVs, down from 53 to 39. 14 SCVs dead and gone, obliterated, removed from existence. That is a pretty good opening from Burgersasu. Gets the first little bit of damage down on Brain, who's now in a little bit of a worse scenario than before. He's gonna have to, well, not in a terrible situation. Losing 14 isn't terrible. It's not good either, but it's not the worst that could have happened. He could have lost everything. He could have lost everything. But now Burgersasu looking for a way to capitalize on killing those SCVs with another shuttle drop. They're coming from the northern side. Marines are coming in to snipe and intercept. Shuttle there dancing around, forced to unload. The Templar kills a couple Marines. And Templar number 2 unloads as well. Templar number 2 cannot storm though. Target firing from Brain is accurate, quick, and precise. Prevents more SCV lives from being wasted by the lightning. So another drop there being prepared for Burgersasu. He's pretty consistently producing from those robos there in the front. Pretty consistently spending his money pretty damn well. He's almost always on low minerals, and that is one of the few things Burgersasu is actually very good at. Producing and spending his money. And sticking to a strong, consistent build order and sending out attacks. That is, in my opinion, what he is best at. Playing fast. Even though he's got Carpal Tunnel, he's still really fast. He's still playing on 300 APM and above. It's highly impressive. Drop comes down over the bottom side. Valkyries are in between. Marines are on the spot as well. Marines target firing. Templars are reloading. Templars are storming. Templars. Two shuttles make their way through. Templars on the scene. Templars not able to storm at all. He target fires them down before they can even cast their magic and kill some SCVs. So Brain there defending pretty well so far. Lost something once. Got hurt once. Since then, he's been rock solid. Impenetrable. Indestructible. But can he hold out for much longer? Because we are seeing continuous attacks from Burgersasu flying across the map and continuously being produced. Brain scans the entire map. Did not see other shuttles. Does have extended vision there on the side though. Shuttles might be coming in very soon. He's relocating the engineering base a little bit, and there they go. coming in from the northern side. So double shuttles unloading on a corner there, not planning on going for the SCVs. He just wants to kill Marines. Marines dodging the storms, but there's storms everywhere. All the Marines are going down, but more Marines are in the backside. Tanks there as well. Zealots have gone down. One Zealot is taking down turrets. In my opinion, a pretty good drop. Killing Marines is important, specifically now that Brain has lifted all of his barracks high into the air, because he's relying on the Valkyries to defend against the drops. Cannons being built on the front. Small little mass attack of Zealots with, I believe, of 1 attack. Mart, level 0 attack. No upgrades there yet. Gonna break through those supply depots in the front while the drop comes out over the northern side yet again. It's one shuttle though. One shuttle. Double Corsair. Goes in, unloads. He's gonna kill whatever he can. Oh no, the shuttle is still alive. Templar unloads. Templar, that's a really fast storm. That's a really fast storm. Also depot and a bunker there in the front. Hasn't broken through. Building cannons here on the side. Burgersasu is doing a whole lot of things all at the same time. So even though he lost APM, he's still really fast. Just one of the few things, he's really fast regardless of his APM. He does so many things at the same time. It's efficient and effective. Brain is growing bigger. 76 SCVs. 91 probes there from Burgersasu. Looks a little bit like the previous replay that I casted with JH against Buell, where JH had a lot of probes. I'm not gonna say how many, but he had a couple too many. But is Burgersasu gonna be fine with this many probes? He still has more probes in production. He's gonna hit 100. So perhaps his spending is a little bit too good for his own good. Overshooting the probe mark by quite a bit. He should be on 75 or 78, somewhere in between. And now he's on 20 more than he should have. Drop there, coming over the front door. Might try to unload on top of those tanks. Turns around though, because there's a lot standing in between. Brain now building more factories, getting more armories as well, and filling out the last couple of remaining supply depot spots, because he is currently supply blocked. Comes in over the top side, unloads, but it gets target fired down. Templar, drop number 2 there, coming from the bottom side, but gets taken out by the Valkyries. Storming on the Valkyries though. Valkyries do eat a large chunk of the damage, almost all dead and gone. So if they do go down on one of the following drops, Burgersasu should be having an easy time, but he's on 107 probes. Oh no. Oh no. Like sometimes when you're spending minerals so extremely well, your minerals stay low for a very long time. And here Burgersasu has been spending his minerals so extremely well that his money just won't go up high enough. And it gives the impression that he doesn't have enough probes, but he has 109. And I really hope that 109 probes is not going to kill him. But I fear that it might. Because against a player like Brain, you cannot have unbalanced worker numbers such as this. You cannot have such kinds of mistakes happening. Because Brain almost always plays absolutely perfect. Or at least, as close to perfect as he possibly can. That's the thing about Brain. He plays as close to perfect as a human being can. So Burgersasu making this mistake with his workers, it might cost him the game. Got carriers on the way there though from Burgersasu. We've got anti-carrier in production from Brain. He's getting Goliaths and Vessels for EMP. His upgrades are currently on 102. Whereas Burgersasu is currently on, let me check, fight happening down the front, trying to slow down the push. He's on 111 for the gateway units. Got level 222 on the way. There's no drops to be found anywhere on the map. Brain is pushing out, maxed out, ready to attack, ready to strike. Burgersasu, kill some of your probes, please, I beg you, please, please. 107 probes, that's 33 more than Brain, 33 more than he needs, which means we have potentially, well, I'd say about 15 zealots less on the map than he could. Or let's say he's got 4 carriers, 5 carriers less on the map than he could have. So that's a very big difference. 5 carriers worth of probe supply that he doesn't need. Reaver's there, ready to strike, ready to slow down that push. Tanks are here in the front, all sieged up, strong, well protected by the Goliaths. He's got a couple of Valkyries who's still here back home to protect against those shuttle drops. This game is not going well for Burgersasu. This game is not at all going well for Burgersasu. Large scans coming out there from Brain. Scans the entire base, sees the carriers are in the back. Courses in the air to help. He lost a couple of probes. 2 of them. Literally a couple of probes. There's no shield batteries. Carriers there in the back. Peeling away at the outer layer of the tank push. Goliath's ready to target fire. Goes forward. Courses in the front. Reaver's unloading there on top. Reaver's getting taken down pretty quick. Zealot also didn't do too much. This game is turning out really, really bad for Burgersasu. He was playing quite well with the shuttle drops, but oh boy, overshooting the probe mark really is messing him up quite badly. And Brain is comfortably just taking control over the map, taking control over the choke, just comfortably progressing towards what is hopefully for Brain a victory. Hopefully for Burgersasu, he can push this Terran out of his base. Still has not killed any of his probes. Dark Templars are in the mix. Dark Templars are providing some pretty good damage. Kills a lot of tanks and Goliaths are in the front, which should allow the Goliaths to push forward and kill everything else that's here. So Burgersasu stays alive for now. Brain is still building his base, getting more starports and more Valkyries. He's still got the Valkyrie here back at home, hasn't used them offensively yet. Double Arbor there in the front as well for Burgersasu. I'm really waiting for him to kill his own probes, because he's got a lot of money and needs a lot more supply space in order to compete with Brain. So Brain slowly, well, not, I wouldn't say slowly. Brain is pretty quickly producing and sending units into the middle. He's on 5 command centers, 12,000 minerals, 71 SCVs. Zealots was running back home because they walked into the middle and they saw a lot of Goliaths and tanks are on the middle. The game pace at the moment is a little bit slow. Both players are waiting for upgrades, waiting for all of the conditions to win to be met. He pulls back for now. He is going into the middle. He's waiting for Burgersasu to push out. And Burgersasu is waiting for... He's going to build a proxy base there on the top, but spotted out by a Marine. So he's going to maybe try to relocate a proxy gateway base somewhere else. Brain has a large army on the middle, killed some of his own SCVs because he has a lot of money. He's got 59 SCVs left alive. And there's factories, starports everywhere in his base, pretty efficiently built. He's waiting. Burgersasu still 102 probes. It just pains me so much to see Burgersasu make this mistake. Because Burgersasu is such an amazing player, but he simply cannot build the army that he needs. Like, this is such a big, beefy, chunky army from Brain pushing forward, and Burgersasu's own army is so terribly small. Gets a good stasis on a bunch of Valkyries, but a lot of Valkyries still alive in the air, and he only has about 9 carriers? 8 carriers? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, this is terrible. Burgersasu killed his own probes, but it might be a little bit too late. That's 16,000 minerals in the bank, and he has to spend all of that before Brain takes over his base. Great stasis number 2 there. But the carriers ran out of interceptors. He's gonna have to buy himself a lot of time here. Forces coming from the back, going to the front to kill the Valkyries as they come out of stasis. Goliaths are doing a pretty good job there as well, killing interceptors. Got the Valkyries move forward to attack those Corsairs. Corsairs with their level 2-2 upgrades are about as strong as the Valkyries. The Valkyries do win the fight eventually. Oh. Burgersasu killed even more of his probes. 11 probes. He's running out of... He's burning through money really fast. He's gambling really hard. Burgersasu is gambling really hard. He opened up a lot of supply space, but a little bit too late. He's losing the carriers as well. Oof. This is a sour experience, specifically for Burgersasu. Very sour. Most of the Goliaths are gone though. The Valkyries are dying as well. But more Goliaths are coming from Brain's base, ready to join the fray, ready to make sure that this is where Burgersasu falls. Carriers are pushing back with only 3 carriers. More carriers should be not spawning, because he is not building any of them. Burgersasu carriers going down, target fired down by the Goliaths. He's got 2,700 minerals left, and he probably calls GG right there, and Burgersasu shot himself in the foot. Ooh, frustrating the watch. He really deserved a better performance, but he just sabotaged himself by having way too many probes. Way too many probes. So now we're switching races real quick. We're going for Brain on the Protoss, Burgersasu on Terran, and Burgersasu is a pretty damn good Terran player. He plays a lot of Terran against Protoss, against the likes of 458, Lucky, Minchul, Libagoop, Voss, JH, Trisha, and a whole lot of other names. Burgersasu plays a lot of Terran. So let's hope he gets a pretty good performance here against Brain. Because I do think Burgersasu deserves to at least have one good game against Brain. Because these games with Brain and Burgersasu, they happen once a year. Once a year. They don't really play each other that much. Like, I've got one more Brain against Burgersasu set, aside from this one. So yeah, these games are rare. Very rare, and I've got 3 or 4 years worth of replays from Burgersasu. From early 2019 all the way to mid or late 2022. That's a lot of years of replays. A lot of years of replays. Almost 4 full years of replays. Burgersasu, double barrack. Brain, double gateway. It looks like these things come in pairs of 2, maybe even in pairs of 3, because barracks number 3 on the way, and Burgersasu might be facing a triple gateway Protoss, although I do think that Brain is going for double gateway Nexus, because that is, at this point, the traditional build order for Protoss against Terran. Zealot on the way in production. Zealot number 2 queued up as well. Nexus might be coming up very soon, because he has not built a 3rd or 4th gateway yet. So a Nexus it for sure will be. They haven't found each other either. They've both been kind of scouting the wrong way, although Burgersasu here goes towards the right location, right next to him. Brain is still running in circles, hasn't found him yet. Burgersasu turns around as well because he didn't see a pylon in the choke, but he goes right back in, and he found him. We found him. And now Brain is splitting his zealots up into the wrong direction. Got Nexus on the way. For his pylon as well. He's going to the top right corner. But this goes to show that even Brain has bad luck with scouting. Even Brain makes these kind of mistakes where he is sloppily scouting, lazily scouting, and it winds up backfiring quite a bit. Got a Marine SCV there, sneaking in, going for an attack there on the probes. And if one probe goes down for Brain, things might turn sour. Marines there walking right into the Zealots. Zealots do turn around, or just in time, because Brain's awareness is insanely good. And now, probe number 1 goes down, and stacking the probes, losing a lot of minerals doing that. Losing a lot of minerals, but he's winning the fight around the middle. Marines are pulling back. Brain's Burgersasu's Marine is still alive. Brain's economy got all jam-balled up. Burgersasu's economy is completely fine. A lot of Marines against a lot of Zealots, but the Marines are overshooting, but they don't die. They're overshooting, but they don't die. Now it's time for the micro. Brain against Burgersasu. Burgersasu wins the fight easily because he has too many Marines on the scene. And the other Marine SCV also both still alive. Now Brain splitting up his Zealots to go for a double-sided attack. Brain returns back to intercept. Although Zealots turning around, looking for an escape. Sending one Zealot in to get information on the base. Got a Seal of Doom there on the way for Brain. Brain is going for Dark Templars. Holding a cannon there in the front. Let's hope for Brain that Burgersasu does not arrive on time to kill all those cannons. And he's not moving out yet. Academy on the way. Double command center. He's gonna get rich. Very, very rich. He's gonna need an engineering bay soon though. Or at least a double scan. Because I do think Dark Templars are definitely what Brain is going for. Gonna try to run in once again. Zealots see that there's no way to get through and past those Marines, so he turns back around into the middle. He's gonna wait for another opportunity. Temple's Archive on the way. Robo on the way in the front. No engineering bay there yet for Brain. For Burgersasu. It's kind of annoying that both their names start with a B, and I keep messing their names up. Oh, I can't stand it. So Academy finished up. You can build 2 scans. Temple's Archive is halfway done. No engineering bay yet anywhere to be seen. No bay yet to be seen. No scans either. Temple's Archive is almost finished. Getting 2 more gateways for a whole lot more gateway production. Robo number 2. Got 2 Dark Templars queued up. Robo number 2 should be coming up soon as well. And the support base should be warping in as well. Engineering bay there is on the way. Let's hope it finishes before Dark Templars arrive. He moves into the middle. He's building double scan just in case that there's Dark Templars on the way from Brain. So they can scan and kill them and break through the front door. It's a lot of Marines, a lot of medics as well. Stims. Goes forward. Firebat's coming in as well. He's breaking through the front door. Dark Templars are finished up. The front is getting taken down. Dark Templars arriving there in the front. He's attacking. Scans. Kills one Dark Templar. Survives, but he got a second scan. Goes to the backside there. Has to scan again. Scans again. Kills both Dark Templars. He's on top of it. Brain is going to lose. Brain is going to lose a Terran against Protoss just like this. Only 6 minutes in, and he's already right on top of those probes. Probes are running away to safety. Probes are running away. Firebat is on the chase. Probes have nowhere left to run. Firebat's coming from both directions. Dark Templars are spawning for Brain. Probes are dying really quick. There's only 12 left alive. Dark Templars on the chase. Probes running in circles. Marines trying to hunt them down and kill even more of them. Dark Templars are killing all the Marines, all the Firebats, but Firebats once again do arrive right next to the probes. Probes keep running. Only 10 of them left alive. 7 left alive. And in the front is losing his robos as well. This is absolute disaster for Brain. Brain is getting destroyed. He picks up the Dark Templars, going to shuttle them across the hill. He's have a turret there in the back, but no Marines. Got a tank there on the way as well. Marines are there in the front. Tank is in the front as well. Dark Templars are unloading. 0 probes alive for Brain. Dark Templars do arrive there in the back of Burgersasu's base. Killing whatever they can. Scans. It's getting dicey. It is getting dicey. It is getting dicey. 5 minerals left for Brain. Dark Templar has cleared out the base. Scans. And the scans should save his life. Brain does not want to go down like this, but he calls GG and loses game number 2. Burgersasu comes out on top, and his score is now 1 win for both players. This is getting interesting. Burgersasu has a little bit of redemption in game number 2, and so far Protoss is looking weak. Protoss is looking weak. Usually the strongest, but these 2 players, they managed to kill Protoss. Quite often. I wouldn't say always, but they have a pretty high success rate in killing Protoss players, and that game showed it. Oh, I accidentally selected the exact same replay, so let me just reload again. Selected the same replay. Oh, my bad. My bad. game number 3. In this best of 3 set. Who's gonna win? Is it gonna be Brain or is it gonna be Burgersasu? Brain. Oh, it's Burgersasu on the Zerk. On the middle right of the map. On the magenta pink. And Brain here on the middle left. It's a cross map situation. Brain against Burgersasu. Who's gonna win? The stomach or the mind? Hunger or intelligence? Burgersasu hungers for victory. And Brain thinks and dreams of victory himself, in stark contrast to Burgersasu's more carnal desires. What are they gonna do? It's gonna be a middle gate. Brain is going for mid gate. Something that I don't often see anyone do on the Korean server, because most of the time the Zerg players defend this quite easily. But this is Brain we're talking about. Can Brain make mid-gate Protoss work and succeed? These are basically a route, like, we can look at the hatchery and the choke and the gateways on the exact same screen, which means he's pretty much just standing on the front yard. He's pretty much just standing on the front lawn, waiting to move in, but both players find each other. Both players know what's happening. Burgersasu got the pool on the way, built the pool before the Overlord to get the pool down as fast as he possibly could. Is he going to go for a hatchery, or is he going to not spend minerals on a hatchery to try and get as many Zerglings and Sunkens out before the Zealots really pose much of a threat? It's a double probe harassment, triple drones going for the counterattack, probes running away to safety. Are they going to stay alive? I don't know, but I do sure hope so. Mid-gate Protoss. Zealots queued up, 3 of them. 3 drones in the front, probes trying to interrupt and they're trying to stop the creep colonies. Burgersasu did not go for a hatchery in the back. He's got 4 Zergling groups, so 8 Zerglings in total on the way. Double creep colony there on the way in the front. And now the fight is going to break out. We've got triple Zealot, well, double Zealot. Third one going to be on the way very soon. On the scene, ready to fight. Zerglings have spawned. Zerglings are attacking, but they're pulling back. They have to wait for the Sunkers to finish up. A lot of Zealots there made their way through into the backside. More Zerglings are on the way there for Brain. For Burgersasu. Burgersasu has to really put his everything in it to stand a chance here. That's a good amount of Zerglings getting on top. The probes are providing additional damage. Hasn't killed the Zealot yet. A couple Zerglings to go down. The front is pretty well protected there by the Sunkens. Brain still dancing back and forth. Zerglings are going for the attack, getting... Brain killing a lot of Zerglings there. One probe went down, one Zealot went down. Getting a pretty good surround on both the Zealots. Zealots getting microed like expert there, though. So, a huge amount of Zerglings to go down. 6 drones left alive there for Burgersasu. Now another wave of Zealots there trying to get their way in. This front is not sealed off, so they get through very easily. A lot of damage are coming down there on the Zealots though, but Burgersasu is in trouble. He's in big trouble. He's got 6 Zealots in the back, 5. Now getting surrounded there by the Zerglings. Zerglings can't commit to the fight because there's too many Zealots. He's getting on top, trying to defend. I think this is a GG, boys. I think this is a GG. If Burgersasu had just managed to seal off the front, he would have probably prevented the Zealots from getting through. Drone there goes down. This is unlucky, but also very well played by Brain. Really good Zealot micro. Really good Zealot micro. I think Burgersasu knows that the game is over. He's given up the will to fight. He's given up the will to fight. Zealot died. Burgersasu is probably screaming at the wall right now because he's not playing anymore. He's screaming at the wall in anger. He's lost. He knows. I'm gonna look up what happened on the screen on the stream that this game was played on. I'm gonna look it up. I want to know how he responded. You know, actually, I'm gonna look it up right now. How did he respond to losing like that in game number 3? I'm gonna look it up right now. I want to know what his reaction was. How did he respond? First, I gotta find the game, though. First, I gotta find the game. It's on his channel somewhere, but I'm not too sure where it is. Let me just mute so that we... Okay, I'm looking for it right now. I'm looking for it right now. Okay, I found another set that I also have. Let's check the other one. Let's mute it. Okay. Usually this is not really allowed on YouTube or anything, but I just kinda wanted to show this on the video itself. How did Burgersasu respond to that situation? So let me just see if I can get that up on the screen. And I think it's up on the screen, right? Y'all see it? So this is what happens.
아, 지금 개 잘하는데 얘. 아, 개 많이
We got through. Let's fast forward a little bit. Like this is where everything goes wrong. Zealot's in his base. How is he gonna respond?
아, 매너해. 아. 아.
How is he gonna respond? I want to see his reaction. I'm sure you want to see it as well. He's just gonna stop playing at some point.
개작이 진짜.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
아.
He just stopped playing completely. He just stopped playing completely.
어, 야 스타 어디 갔냐? 뭐야?
Yeah. So yeah, that's how Burgersasu lost game number 3, and we even got a little glimpse at his reaction. I hope that is allowed on YouTube. Not quite sure if I'm allowed to even show that, and if I am not allowed, well, we will find out. We will find out. Just wanted to show his reaction. Beautiful. I'm going to link the video in the comment section. Well, not in the comments, in the description, so you too can watch the entire set from Burgersasu's perspective. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the games. It was kind of a short set. The last 2 games, very short, but they were all kind of exciting. The last game was a great example of something that does happen quite often with Protoss against Zerg, with the Protoss doing mid-gates. Zergs kind of just die that easily. Thank you for watching. See you soon.